Project Home is a network of collaborative agencies that are in place to assist ex-offenders in the pursuit of home ownership. We work with Prosperity Connection, we work with Beyond Housing, we work with US Bank, and we work with realtors from Coldwell Banker Gundaker. All of those consist of individuals, professionals, and agencies who are committed to helping the underserved reach the American dream.
What better way to help someone in the reentry program than to get them into a house and help them engage or re-engage in society and become a part of life again than to own a new home.
I believe that when a person owns their own home, they have that stability and they have that sanctuary to go back to, and which you don't find when you're renting or living with a relative. People need their own space.
The first step in Project Home is that you attend a class and then you get information about the program. Throughout that process, if you need assistance in getting your credit repaired, one of the entities there will assist you in getting your credit done. The lender there will work to get you pre-approved and get all of the financial requirements in order. Once that's done, you'll pass it on to the real estate agent, and then you go looking for houses. Once you find the house that you want, you communicate with the team who will all be working behind the scenes in concert to make this all happen.
So what Project Home does is act as a one-stop shop. At the orientation session, the individual meets the community partners, the individuals who are needed for a home purchase. And what that does is it eliminates the challenge for the individual to have to go to multiple agencies, do that research, and re-explain their situation multiple times.
Program meetings, they bring real estate agent, bank people, other people that are teaching in the program, people that have gone through the program, everybody into one place, one-stop shopping. You go there and you learn so much, and it's a couple hours, and you don't have to drive here, drive there, and all these people have one thing in common: they're trying to help you.
Beyond Housing was selected as a partner for Project Home because of its experience with home ownership preparation, home ownership education, and credit counseling and one-on-one credit assistance.
Beyond Housing is a community development organization now in our 35th year, and we focus in 5 key areas in the community: jobs, health, education, and housing and economic development. And our role at Project Home is to be that source and community partner for the participants all the way through the process of home ownership from beginning to end.
You know, there are a lot of advantages of going through Project Home and purchasing a home. Number one, just having a house, having a home, you know, having a premises that you can make your own. You know, it's not the same as living in an apartment where you might have restrictions about what type of color shade you can put on your window or what you can put on your balcony. And it just, you know, gives you and your family an opportunity to pay for it together and work on it together and make improvements together and make it your own.
Home ownership is important. It has a lot of great additional benefits. For homeowners are, one, more engaged in the community. They're more civically engaged. They have higher rates of voter participation, also higher rates of participation in community activities. And 2, their kids are also more engaged in the community. They have higher test scores. They also have higher rates of high school graduation and actually go on to college at higher rates than those for non-homeowners.
Beyond Housing has a program that discusses money and savings and managing it, setting up a budget. It's very important to be able to manage your money, because if you don't, nothing's going to work. And just as buying a car or any other expenditure in your life, you can manage to make that purchase. What you do is have to look at a wider scope and manage a household, manage your children and their finances. You just got to get a better grasp on what you want.
Well, it's important to have a homeownership advisor, someone to encourage you when and things can sometimes get rough in this process. Sometimes you get rejected. Sometimes, you know, finances may not go as we planned. But if you have the homeownership advisor there to help keep pushing you and keep encouraging you, you know, to let you know that yes, it may take time, but we are going to reach this goal as a team.
Project Home works with Prosperity Connection, who provides credit counseling, credit budgeting, and spending plans in preparation of home ownership.
We offer all the financial education and all the financial coaching. We go in and we talk about credit class, and then if someone does need help with like improving their credit score to the 640 or higher, or they need help coming up with a budget, or if there's something going on with their finances that they're not sure about, we are the key that, okay, so this is what we need to do.
I thought that I had to have like an 800 credit score and I had to have $30,000 in the bank, and I found out right away that wasn't true. I didn't have to have a fantastic credit score. I had to have a decent credit score, and I actually didn't need that much money in the bank.
We help people change their perspective of money by, for one, even the way that we define ourselves. So Prosperity Connection has financial coaches. I work with the financial coaches or the financial educators. Now, we could easily call them counselors. People always talk about financial coaching versus financial counseling. Well, coaching means that we're going to help you. We're going to diagram the play, but you have to execute it. Self-discipline is what's key. So bringing things to people's attention and then developing different strategies to help them attack it. And then ultimately it's up to them, but the only thing you can do is be the coach, be the biggest cheerleader, and help them along the way.
You have to say no to some of the things that you would normally say yes to while you're in this process in order to get to where it is you're trying to go. And you have to build your credit up, and of course, and so by building that credit, you have to pass on some of the things that you would normally probably, like Red Lobster and maybe McDonald's 3 days a week. You may have to go once every 2 weeks,
Project Home brings back the human element that is often lost as a person is incarcerated. It brings back a community network of individualizing a program that is participant-driven, and that's why Project Home is successful.
My money management skills have improved because of the program. Purchasing the house caused me to really have to stick to a budget, where before, when you don't have a particular asset that you're paying for, or you don't have an interest in a piece of property, and you have money or you get your paycheck, I can spend as much as I earn.
Becoming a homeowner helped my credit tremendously. And I mean, it just boosts your credit score up as long as you continue to pay your mortgage and all that. So all of those things are good for your future. Just to have good credit and some type of backbone or something to have your back on, it's just good in itself.
There is no terrible credit score. You just need a little improvement. What you need to do is, one, make sure you're aware of what's on your credit report and see what you need to fix. Be honest with yourself. We all were 20. We all did crazy things. Trust me, I know. And we just need to live up to it and say, okay, I did this, let's fix it. That's the key with credit. You need some time and patience, and you need the willingness to work.
Perhaps one of the most important components in selecting a realtor for this program was to find an agency that was not going to give us commission-driven realtors.
I'm part of the team because I do care. I believe in the program. Yeah, as a realtor, I'm participating in this program non-commissioned. I mean, it doesn't, in all sincerity, it really doesn't matter to me if that client chooses me or not. The main thing is that they understand the value of a realtor, understand what a realtor is supposed to provide for them. They should be your advocate. They should be available to you. They're supposed to help you maneuver through this whole process.
Some of the obstacles that I faced when I first became into the Project Home is that I didn't have a car. But the good thing about it is that my real estate agent used to come, not when he was ready, but whenever I called him and said, let's go look at this house, or I seen this house on the internet, he was there to take me around to see several houses. So it was never about his timing, but he was on my timing. And I just thought that was a great thing for me because I didn't have a car, and I would have never found the home that I'm staying in now if it wasn't for him taking me around.
Everybody is busy. You're working during the day. Say that we have a contract. They can't meet the inspector. One of the things I'll do, I'll make sure that I meet the inspector. I'll make sure that I stay in contact with every entity that's involved in this process, from the loan agent to any inspector.
The best part of it for me was basically there was no pressure put on us, and we were able to tell our real estate agent, hey, this is what we want to go check out. Not like your normal typical salesman telling you, oh, this is you.
It was important to find a reputable lender in the agency to partner with. And US Bank was selected as that agency due to their non-predatory lending practices and the wonderful American Dream product that they have.
My role in the program is to help connect lending to our clientele, to help them get into home ownership. So to help them understand our products that are out, that are available to them, and how those products are not intimidating, that they can actually use these products to get into a home and have the dream that they want for themselves and their family.
I was afraid that I would do a bunch of legwork and devote time to it, and it wouldn't happen. And I found out right away when I talked to the bank the first time that they're like, "Oh, you just need to do this and this, and you're ready." And I was like, "Really?" I told my wife, and she was like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah."
What I've learned through the program in all these years is also learning about the customers. And the customers, you have served your time. You have done your debt to society. They come out and then they are preyed upon again. And they live in someone's basement. Someone takes advantage of them as well. That their living conditions can be substandard. And they don't have to. You just have to have that confidence. You have to have that personal attention that is going to say to you, you can do this, or at least you can try.
For those who are doubters, I'm here to let you know that it is real. This is what works. I know that it works.
You want a program like Project Home to help you. You want professionals who are experts in their field, who are committed to the service of others, who donate their gifts of time, talent, and treasure in the service of you.
I think everyone should be able to trust the government in some way. And I know that is the key thing with everyone that goes to Project Home is the trust factor, because that was my problem. And when I seen what it was about, I seen that the government, all the probation officers, none of them were trying to get over on me. They were actually trying to help me as an ex-felon own my own home.
I can sleep at night now because I don't have to worry about my car getting broken into or coming out and not having any wheels and tires on my truck. You know, I mean, it's great.
Of the 50 participants who have successfully closed on homes through Project Home, none of them have ever reoffended, and none of them have ever been foreclosed on. In fact, some of them have gone on to purchase income properties for themselves with the knowledge that we've provided them.
If you give up on life at this point saying you can't do it, you will never do it. It's very important to at least try.
Project Home is a great deal. I mean, if you're coming from where you're coming from to get in the program in the first place, I mean, you have to do it.
Project Home provides opportunities for staff to step outside their normal job duties, opportunities for community partners to really invest in individuals, and opportunities for the individual to achieve what they thought was previously impossible.
Just follow through with the your responsibilities and go through the process and just trust that it's going to work out and it'll be all right.